Hey guys, Rob from Georgia with you here, and this is it, shelf number 3. Well, it's not it. I mean, there's still some more after this, but shelf number 3. When we left off at shelf number 2, I think we ended off in the J's. So here we are starting in the H's, and by the time we get done with this shelf, we'll be in the P's. And again, not to be repetitive, but there's some more Argento in here. There's some more, I'm sure there's some Carpenter, and I don't know, I'm looking at the shelf. Well, you know, there's stuff in here. So shelf number 3 on the way. Okay guys, here we go. Shelf number 3, starting us off, the Horror of Dracula. Hammer film. And we're just going to put that down there so we have a little bit easier time. Notice some of these snapper cases do not help pulling things in and out. But anyways, here we go. The Host. South Korean film. If you've never seen this, this is definitely worth a watch. This is great, man. This is a great creature feature. Eli Roth here. Hostel. New Zealand flick. Housebound. This is great, man. This is great. Great film. Some Fulci here. House by the Cemetery. Blue Underground. The original Halloween. Of course, yeah, price tags on this. I get these cheap at sometimes Second and Charles, and there's a CD warehouse that I go to. But always looking to pick these things up cheap. Here we go, snapper case issues. In the Mouth of Madness, John Carpenter. Some Argento. It's the only Arrow that I have on DVD, actually. Inferno. This is the second entry into his Three Mothers trilogy. Some classic stuff here. Invasion of the Body Snatchers, and of course one of the great remakes of all time. 76 version of Invasion of the Body Snatchers is great stuff right there. Some great James Whale stuff here. Claude Rains, the original Invisible Man, and of course this edition has a lot of the different sequels and stuff on there as well. And here we go, some Jaws. I think that's the 30th anniversary edition. Of course, my ticket from one of the times I've seen it. Yeah, what can you say about that? Jaws 2. And for me, actually, this is probably the most entertaining past the first entry. Jaws 3. Just love Dennis Quaid and Bess Armstrong. Some good stuff right there. And of course, the fourth one, right? Just Before Dawn. Kingdom of the Spiders. Just picked this up the other day, actually, on the cheap over at Second and Charles. Whoop. The original King Kong. And of course, Peter Jackson's remake. And whatever you think about this, I know it's a long piece, but at least he restored the Lost Trench scene. Double feature here. I Know What You Did Last Summer. I Still Know What You Did Last Summer. Some Umberto Lenzi here. La Casa 3. Also, of course, you'd probably know it as Ghost House. One of the main reasons I am region free. Love this artwork here for Land of the Dead, the 4th entry into the Dead series by George A. Romero. And of course, the American cut of the film, the artwork. Yeah, I just did not like that. Last Exorcism. A bad film. Like again, I'll say this a few times. This is a good way of building up your collection on the cheap by grabbing these franchises from Walmart. Usually at a good price. Let Sleeping Corpses Lie. Great cult classic. For Zombie, Lords of Salem, Lost Boys, Machinist, The Mad Monster, another Blue Underground, the original Maniac, some Matrix trilogy here, first, Reloaded, Revolutions, And got a few Metallica things here. Quebec Magnetic. Of course, the Magnetic show up there in Canada. Collection of their videos. And A Year in the Life of. Great. One of the best Metallica releases, I think, for the Black Album. You know, here's a great, considered a great addendum, I guess, to the Scanners films. That's a great film. If you've never seen The Mind's Eye and you like Scanners. Mockingbird. Let's see here. The third installment of Argento's Three Mothers trilogy. Mother of Tears. There we go. Some classic Mummy. Bob Clark. Yeah, if you've never seen this film, this is worth watching. It's a Sherlock Holmes attempts to catch Jack the Ripper, murder by decree. That is a fun film. All right, so the remake, 90 remake, Night of the Living Dead. The original signature edition by George A. Romero. This has a commentary by him on it. Got the original Nightmare on Elm Street. And of course, again, great way to build up your collection by getting these franchises on the cheap at Walmart. My first edition of The Old Dark House, 1932, James Whale. Love this film. Of course, now I got it on Blu-ray and just an awesome edition by the Cohen Film Collection, I think. Argento's opera, recently got this on Blu-ray too. Love this film. It's great. One of my more favorite of his films. The Orphanage. I think Guillermo del Toro produced. Sean Connery film Outland. I think Peter Hyams directed this. Of course, we know him from The Relic. Pacific Rim. Yeah, Guillermo del Toro. His film Pan's Labyrinth. What an absolute classic film that is. Spanish Civil War. Yeah, my war straight there. The original Piranha. Yeah, I love that. Pitch Black. Looks like I don't have my glasses on, so I'm kind of just going on what I think here. Pitch Black. And a couple editions of the original Phantasm that I kind of picked up. This is before, of course, the Arrow box came out, and I was just trying to get my hands on whatever. There's one, and then there's the other. But then, of course, Scream Factory finally brought out their nice edition of Phantasm 2. And then, of course, once the Arrow box did come out, or the Well-Go USA box as well came out here domestically, in the UK, we saw the Arrow box. Ravager, of course, was ultimately released individually at Walmart, as well as the Blu-ray for the original Phantasm. And ending shelf number 3, Dario Argento's Phenomena. Again, like opera, one of my favorite films from his. I absolutely love that. I don't know why his camera's getting shaky, my hand's getting shaky, but there you go. Shelf number 3. Whew. Now on to shelf number 4. As always, BHS 82 apostrophe, and we're out of here. Go Bills.